Welcome back into the ASUG News studio. My name is Tom Whalegum. I'm co-editorial director of asugnews.com. Well, we are delighted to have Blair Wheadon back in the ASUG studio. Welcome back.
Thanks, Tom. Great
You
to
were
be here.
here last year with us, and a lot of exciting stuff. And so we bumped into each other at the party the other night, and you were telling me about your presentation. I said, we got to get you up on stage, and we've got some open slots. So we wanted you here. We got you here. Let's talk a little bit about your presentation and the concept, and then we'll dive in there and explore some of the areas.
Yeah, sure, Tom. So my role at SAP is to look after BI for ERP customers that aren't running business warehouse.
Okay.
So in that light, there's a major event that's about to happen later this year, and that's the release of the Business Suite running natively on the HANA database. And a lot of people think that that's just going to result in a faster ERP, but really it's the start of a fundamental switch in data management. And for 25 years, people have been taking data out of ERP, putting them in data warehouses so they could do analytics.
Okay.
And the reason for that is the limitations of disk-based databases. Now that you've got the suite running on HANA, we've got the ability for the first time ever to do real full-blown analytics right on the exact same database where your business suite is running. So that is going to create a fundamental change, a positive change, reducing cost of ownership, increasing simplicity, eliminating latency, and just an overall simplification of your analytic environment. So it's a real exciting time right now for the analytics space for ERP.
Okay. So you're laying out the vision. I think we've been reporting on some of the things that you're talking about, and it's certainly getting some excitement. What's the reality for a lot of customers who are thinking, okay, well, what do I need to do to kind of get to that end state, to where they can take advantage of all the great things you just said?
Right, yeah, and we know that that's the vision, and we know that releasing the suite running on HANA this year is not the end of the journey, it's just the start of it. So it's going to take a few years for that to gain traction. People will have to justify investments in an ERP upgrade and HANA. So we know that that's not a solution in the short term. In the short term, there's a lot of great pragmatic solutions for real cost-effective analytics on BI, starting with BI 4, Support Pack 4. It's got the new ability to create a universe on top of your ERP info sets, ABAP functions, and SAP queries. So you can create your traditional business objects universe and layer it right on top of your ERP data. That works great for simple departmental reporting and dashboards. Okay. It's going to encounter the limitations of disk-based databases when you start to do more full-blown data discovery and analytics, however. And that's where items like rapid marts and data warehouses come into play that can solve that problem. One of the things that we found is that especially for SMEs, there's very few SMEs have adopted a data warehousing strategy. For a small IT shop, it can be kind of intimidating to get started. So we've got a real comfortable and approachable solution for getting started with data warehouses in the form of rapid marts.
Right.
And rapid marts are really just prepackaged content that make it easy to get the data out of SAP and into a data warehouse where you can do full-blown analytics on it. And then as you go up the chain, you get further into data warehousing with SAP BW and also just homegrown data warehouses.
Okay.
So we've got a whole continuum of solutions there for doing analytics on BI, and it ranges from basic reporting and dashboarding all the way up to rapid marts as a good first step towards a data warehousing strategy, to full-blown SAP BW that is a complete enterprise data warehouse.
Right. It seems like, and as you were kind of laying this out, you're kind of talking about the roadmap, and that's going to probably be huge for customers, especially with this as we get in late 2012 and then 2013 when this really starts to come to the fore. So I'm wondering, is that top of your agenda, making sure this is clear? Because certainly communication needs to be great from SAP in this area.
Yeah, absolutely, and it's multidimensional, the communication challenges, right? I mean, first thing we need to do is assemble all the various bits into a coherent portfolio so it's easily understood and not just a deep dive into one solution, because
Right.
customers need that overall view of what are the options so they have confidence to choose the one that's right for them, right? So that's the number one thing that I'm doing right now is just a lot of education, getting out, doing shows like this, presentations, and making sure there's awareness of that portfolio. And then the second thing that we're doing is making sure there's alignment between that strategy and our route to the customers, because customers buy in different ways. They buy through partners, they buy direct from us, and we want to make sure that you know we've got alignment between the messages and the channel that's being used. So that's important. So there's you know, for example, RapidMart's really well suited to small to medium enterprises that tend to buy through partners. So we're doing a big push right now to make sure that the partners understand RapidMarts and that they're comfortable working with them as well.
You mentioned earlier justifying the cost, you know, developing TCO estimates. Also, business examples of businesses using this, how their business process were transformed. In fact, those are going to be key as well, right? To show people. I mean, in theory, I think we all get it now.
Yeah.
But like having those business examples to say, okay, this is what this company did. This is how, you know, much kind of cost. I mean, that obviously is going to be huge as well.
No, you're right, and there's examples all the way along the chain, right? You know, one of the exciting things about the new ability to do BI directly on ERP is it supports ERP versions as old as R3 4.6.
Oh, wow.
So that covers 95% of the installed base of ERP. So if you're one of those customers that is running an older version of ERP and don't have a business case to upgrade it, you can still modernize your BI, you can mobilize your BI so that you can, you know, access your ERP data through your iPad now and do some light analysis on it as well. So there's some great messages and great stories for, you know, customers that you know, just want to do an upgrade of their analytics, all the way up to enterprise data warehouses. You know, there's customers we work with in Europe, a flavoring company that uses SAP data services to populate their data warehouse. They've got a dozen other data sources going into that data warehouse. Very well managed, very low TCO, and very effective because they've got that single source of truth.
Well, Blair, thank you very much for coming by. We appreciate it.
Great.
And best of luck, and we'll look forward to more messaging from you in the future on this.
Thanks a lot, Tom.
For more interviews, check out asugonline.com as well as our YouTube page, which is asug.tv. And thanks for watching.